And they're playing in the SEC once again. Hello, everyone. I'm Steve Clark for the Saline Community Television Network. That SEC game tonight is the Big Red from Milan, the last team to beat Saline in SEC competition more than a year ago. And although Coach Ron Dingman has left after 32 years of service, they got a great first-year head coach in Marcus Bond. Unfortunately, though, the Big Red have only 2 starters returning from last season's team, but one of those guys is Greg White. With me, Dan Waltz, who will be doing the game with us today as well. And Dan, Greg White is some player, and it's going to be one heck of a matchup between White and Saline center Chris Baker.
Yeah, Coach Brenneman said White is one of the best post players in the SEC, and that's going to be a real tough matchup for Baker tonight.
Saline undefeated in conference play right now. It's 3-0. The Big Red from Milan, they are 2-1. So if they can steal one from here tonight, that basically evens everything up. And of course, the guys from Dexter are hoping for a Milan win as well to give Dexter a little bit of cushion as we are early on in the conference race. Coach Terry Brenneman said that don't just look at this White-Baker matchup. There's some other tough matchups there as well.
Yeah, Gerlicki is going to be a tough player for Milan, and they're going to run the ball a lot, and they're going to take a lot of three-point shots, and they're a team that goes on streaks. If they get hot, Saline is going to have to respond, and the first quarter is going to be critical. Saline can't come out like they did with Bedford. They really need to go out with full intensity and put it to Milan right away tonight.
Yeah, last game here, as you saw on CTN, Saline used a 17-0 third quarter start to rally and to beat Temperance Bedford. And hopefully for Coach Terry Brenneman, they wish to get off to a 17-0 start early on in this game.
Yeah, that would be nice. Brenneman said he'd like to start out 17-0, but I don't think that's going to happen. And again, it's going to be how Saline responds to the Milan streaks. Milan could come out and make 4 or 5 three-pointers in a row, and we'll see how Saline responds to that.
And we'll be taking a look at just a moment at the starting lineups for both teams. Don't expect too many things different from Saline. A few more wrinkles maybe put into their offense, working on their passing game a little bit. We'll get into that right after these commercial messages on the Saline Community Television Network.
Is your family's busy schedule getting in the way of your eyesight? At Cunningham Vision Centers, we have the solution. With our express service, on-site lab, evening and Saturday hours, our knowledgeable staff will have you seeing clearly in no time. We have a great selection of glasses and contacts at discount prices. Put Dr. Thomas Cunningham's 15 years of practice to work for you. At Cunningham Vision Center, seeing is believing, with 2 offices conveniently located in the Saline Shopping Center and in downtown Tecumseh.
And welcome back, everyone. Here's the starting lineup for your Saline Hornets. At guard, we've got Ryan James and Eddie Gull. Those first 2 have been in and out. And right now, Jacob Allis, he is second in the teams in points, rebounds, and assists. And here comes number 33, another senior, Jeff Mack. And the big man in the middle, number 55, that's Chris Baker. Dan, he's going to have one heck of a matchup with Greg White tonight.
Well, actually, there was a little surprise tonight because White's not starting. And we talked to Coach Marcus Bond right before the game, and he said he hurt his back a little in practice.
And so now who do we have starting for him?
Well, we have another surprise, Eric Radke, who we didn't expect to be playing a whole lot, actually is starting tonight for Milan.
He's a 6'1" junior. He'll be playing at the forward position, and Donnie Gerlitz, who Coach Terry Brenneman thought would be checking Jacob Allis tonight, will move into the center position. So we'll have to see if there's any kind of defensive adjustments.
So much for the game plan.
Right, from the Big Red.
I think Brenneman's got to be happy as long as White can be out of the game.
Just a moment, we'll be tipping off the starting lineup for the Big Red. Number 13, Raymond Anderson's a 5'8" senior guard. Vaughn Price is just a junior, but he stands at 6 feet. Brian Gasidlo is a 6'2" is senior. He'll be playing at the other guard position. And we talked about Gerlitz and Radke. I'd still expect White to play if possible.
I think you're right. The students are fired up tonight, aren't they?
Yes, they are. It will be Gerlitz jumping it up versus Baker. The last time Saline lost a conference game was back on December 22nd against the Big Red. The tip is controlled by Saline. Number 15, Ryan James, has got the ball. And Radicke will be guarding Baker to start off the game, Dan. Partially deflected by Gerlitz, and Milan rushes up the court, takes the first shot, and Baker rips down a rebound.
That's what Milan's going to do. They're going to come down and shoot, and sometimes shoot a lot of bad shots, so let's hope they don't fall tonight.
Baker working it up high behind the three-point arc. Haven't seen that too much this season. Mack's got it inside. He is triple teamed and gets the ball out of there. And Gall is going to be whistled for the first traveling violation of the game. Again, Dan, we're going to see a lot of those. That's just because it's simply high school basketball.
That's right. And that's 2 turnovers already for Saline.
Raymond Anderson being defended by James. Saline student section standing and applauding. The air ball is recovered by James, and the crowd's going to let him hear it.
Another bad shot.
We played 1 minute, and there's still no score. Baker's turnaround is off the rim, no. And rebounded by Price. Dan, what's Saline doing defensively right now? Looks like a man-on-man.
They're just playing a tough man-to-man, and that's what they're known for. They're number 1, according to the Ann Arbor News, in their defense.
3 shot by Gerlitz is no good, but Gasidlo gets the offensive rebound. We got the first points of the game at the 6:25 mark. Lob into Baker. Triple teamed inside, and we've got a hold on the Big Red. The team's first foul by either club. The foul is on Gasidlo. Jeff Mack will inbound it underneath.
Milan goes into a zone on their inbounds play.
The lob play, and Baker is fouled again underneath the paint. Did I see a quadruple team or a quintuple team inside the center of the paint?
That's what happens when you zone the inbounds pass. You really try to clog up that middle, and that's what they did on that play. But Baker's strength still got the shot off and the foul.
And now Baker will be shooting 2 from the free throw line. Baker is hitting 64.7% of his free throws. Leads the team in scoring and rebounding. The first one is off. Second one is up and good. So Saline gets its first point of the ball game. The Big Red is up 2-1 with 6:13 remaining in the first. Big rejection there. Big Red will trigger it underneath. Dan, can you hear me now? We got to explain this mute switch to you here.
Oh, okay, I muted myself out keeping stats here.
Very good. Ashley Altieri knows what's going on.
I think I got so excited by Baker's block, I put the mute switch on.
Well, while we worked out that last technical difficulty, you didn't miss a score. It's still 2-1 with the Big Red. Saline's got the ball back. 5:35 remaining in the first. Jeff Mack got it off left wing. Now passing it over to James off right side. Getting it into Baker again. Double teamed and blocked. That was Gerlitz. Raymond Anderson gets the bucket and the foul to boot. Nice athletic move by Anderson, the 5'8" senior.
A little out of control, but he put it down.
That's James's first foul and the team's first. Rolled out, Baker gets another rebound. Number 21, Eddie Gull, the senior, has got the ball and passes over to James. Now back to Ollis, right wing. Now Gull goes in on the drive, and we have got a blocking foul underneath. Almost was in position for the charge, but he was still moving.
It was a close one.
So now Eddie goes to the line, and Eddie, for the season, is very good at the free throw line. In fact, he leads the team with at least 8 attempts. They made 7 of 8. But they didn't give him the free throws. They decided to inbound underneath. I thought he was taking a shot.
It did appear so.
That's a big surprise there. Saline gets the ball back.
Mack will take that shot.
Yes, he does, and it's a little bit short, and 2 Milan players fight for it, and it was finally controlled. Still 4-1 in another classic low-scoring first quarter in SEC play.
Both these coaches emphasize defense, and that went off Milan, I believe.
Yeah, it went off the knee, and Saline will get it back underneath their own basket.
Marcus Bond, the new coach for Milan, was a tight end at Michigan, and he's a real competitor. I actually put the ball up against him a few times in some recreation leagues. And he's going to have these Milan kids competing very hard, I think.
Well, they've always been good competitors for such a small school. They had the class enrollment's about only 600, about half what Saline does. Baker got the offensive tip and cuts the Milan lead to 1. We've played halfway through the first quarter. Only 7 points have been scored. Sidlow's 3 was a miss, and it's out of bounds. Saline will get the ball. We have a foul underneath on the rebound. And that foul is on Vaughn Price, and that's his second foul, and he's going to have to sit. In for him is Bobby Boone, a 5'10" junior. Jacob Ollis takes a seat for Saline, and Nate McPherson comes into the ball game.
Boone is another surprise. We didn't expect a lot of playing time from him.
It's amazing what foul trouble can do.
That's right.
James is going to put it up inside the paint, rolls off the back of the rim, but McPherson gets the offensive rebound. Baker with a tip. Still controlled there. Baker with incredible strength hits it back and finally puts it back in.
That was just great effort on Chris Baker's part.
Saline has its first lead at 5-4. Oh, Baker nearly gets the steal. Now there's a bit of a mismatch right now. 5-on-4. Baker gets back, and everyone is checking the man they're supposed to. Anderson calling the signals, and this ball goes out of bounds off Boone's hands, and there was the sub that comes in, and the first time he touches it, it goes right through him, and Saline gets the ball back.
Eric Radke just went over and laid a block, and I can't remember who it was on, but it looked like he was playing, still playing Big Red football there. I'm surprised they didn't get a foul on that one, but at least we got the ball back.
Saline up 5-4, 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Ed was thinking about going inside, but lost control of the dribble and had to pass back out. Now Gull will dick it back out to James. James will go in, avoids the charge, and gets the bucket. 5'8" versus 6'3". James got the bucket. Now Saline's got the steal.
And that's Milan's third turnover, so we're even on turnovers now.
Well, Saline ran the wrong offensive play, so they're going to restart.
See how much that back is bothering Greg White out there now as he guards Baker.
Oh, he's back in the game there, making his first appearance. That's number 51 there. He's in the middle. Saline now taking their time a bit as we're now under the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Just looking for something to happen. Gull tries to make it happen at the free throw line, and tip is no good, and Baker comes across and gets another offensive rebound. Amazing. He's a vacuum cleaner.
He is really having great effort tonight underneath.
Just suctioning the ball. Wilcox will come in for Saline at the next whistle.
Milan's playing some scrappy defense out there.
Baker trying to make some moves. Turnaround baseline. Good. I was getting concerned that he was trying to force something up, but
He's got such a nice touch for a big man.
so we got an over and back violation or a palming violation?
Anderson tried to dribble the ball on his knee instead of the floor, so they called I think a travel on
Yeah.
that. Just lost control of the dribble.
I was looking at the score. We're down to a minute left, and Saline has scored the last 8 points. Go up 9-4. Bobby Korecki checks into the ball game as well. Baker and Mack are the only starters for the Hornets out on the court. Baker forces another shot. And two Saline players fight for it, but the ball eventually hit the line, and the Big Reds got it. Chad McGovern is a 6'1" sophomore, and he checks in for the Big Reds. Sitting down is Raymond Anderson. Looks like Coach Bond is trying to rest his players as much as he can.
He's gone deep into that bench tonight. He knows Saline's going to be a tough opponent, so he's gone deep.
And I wouldn't doubt that the Big Red try to play for the last shot here and give them some additional rest, including the quarter break.
White says, I'll take it.
He missed, and McPherson got the rebound. Korecki is number 25. He gives it over to Wilcox.
Oh, nice pass.
Oh, and McPherson missed the easy one. Sometimes when they're that wide open, you panic just a little bit. Just a slight hiccup. It's like a golfer with that 4-foot putt, you know?
That's right. Nate'll hit that 9 out of 10 times, so next 9 times, right?
Milan shot off the rim, no recovered. 3-point shot. Right at the buzzer is no good. And another low-scoring game, but Saline's out on top, 9-4. And we will have second quarter action in just a moment on the Saline Community Television Network.
Attention parents of high school athletes. Help your son or daughter's experience in athletics more rewarding by becoming a member of the Saline High Athletics Booster Club. The all-volunteer crew provides scholarships and making additional funds available for equipment and miscellaneous expenses not covered in the school's budget. This fall, a new concession stand has been erected. Here's your opportunity to be directly involved with your child's team. Fill out the membership coupon located inside any Saline High sports program. For just $10 a year, you'll feel the pride like your child's in supporting all Hornet teams.
Well, the Hornets use an 8-0 run in the last half of the first quarter to take a 9-4 lead. For Dan Waltz, I'm Steve Clark on the Saline Community Television Network. Want to thank our crew that's here as well. Ashley Altieri working the cameras, Jeff Fryman, our engineer and statistics keeper, and Cal Newmeyer walking on the floor, giving some great shots and some great perspective of today's ball game. Milan still going to the bench. And there's an offensive rebound and a misfired shot, and finally recovered by Jason Bull, and he was fouled underneath. The 5th team foul for the Big Red. Saline only has 1. The foul was on Bobby Boone.
Milan's going to try a little 2-2-1 press now. We'll see what happens here.
Mike Comfort into the ball game as well. So we've got none of the Saline starters are on the court. Bull had another wide open shot, but you know, Bull didn't play football, but I think he just got an example of what contact is like.
That's for sure. Now Saline beat that press with good diagonal passes, and Milan will come right out of that press if Saline keeps doing that.
Unfortunately, Bull didn't get a shot off, so they will trigger the ball underneath. However, the next Milan foul will send Saline to the free throw line in the 1-and-1. Wilcox firing from 3. No good. Rebounded by Bull. He misses the offensive tap, and Greg White comes in. Coach Brenneman said he has no concerns at all with putting Bull in against White, and especially if he knew that White has a bit of a back problem coming in today's game. But White gets the offensive rebound there and is hacked. And I believe that's going to be on Nate McPherson. Just the team's 2nd foul.
You can really see White's quickness inside. He's just running around the screens. Doesn't appear that that back is hurting him that much.
Taking a quick look for the Big Red in the first quarter, they're just 2 of 10 shooting from the field, while Saline was 4 of 14. First one is no good.
And talking to Coach Brenneman earlier in the week, he said that Milan will fire a lot of shots up, so he expected them not to hit a lot of shots and have a low percentage, and that's basically what we're hoping for.
Second one is no good too, but the tap or the rebound is finally controlled by Saline. Mike Comfort rushes it up court rather quick. Wilcox has got a wide open three. He won't be any more wide open than that, and he hits the air ball. Oh my. Oh, but McPherson comes from behind and gets a great steal as Milan was trying to attempt a crossover there inside the lane.
Big Nate just took it away.
That's the defense. Terry Brenneman stresses, and Mike Comfort comes off the bench to nail a three.
Mike says, give me that ball, I'll shoot it. Got a warning. He's warning the wrong bench, I think. I think Saline tapped it out of bounds. Yeah, here he comes back. Let's warn the right team.
There's a little bit of egg on the face there.
I don't know. What do you have? Not sure what that.
Now he's not going to warn Brenneman now?
Well, I think Saline made the basket, knocked the ball out of bounds, and unless Milan knocked it out of bounds, we might have to look at the replay on that one. I don't know.
Confusion. Had a couple of substitutes come back. Greg White is sitting out, and Ed Gall comes back in for Saline. Raymond Anderson has got it. I believe by the crowd's response, he shot an air ball early.
He must have, but, you know, we've got a couple of our own.
Oh, that must be Gerlitz who did that. Yeah, that would be it. Thank you to the crowd.
There, he hit some iron there. They can get off his case now.
I doubt it. There's a lob to Bull, and it was slightly underthrown. Now that shouldn't be. That was our quarterback there underthrowing the pass inside the paint.
Yeah, it was a little short on the pass, a little more oomph on there, and Jason could have controlled it.
Basketball 2-round for Eddie, or what? No, we only kid.
Who was that foul on? Number 45? Who was? I guess it just went out of bounds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Korecki for three, and now he hits. So Saline gets 2 3-pointers from guys off their bench. First from Comfort, and now from Korecki. And Coach Bond is called a timeout with Saline up 15-4. Saline on a 14-0 run since midway through the first quarter. There is currently 5:58 remaining in the half.
This is the start that Coach Brenneman wanted. And now Saline just has to take care of the ball. They've only had, since those first 3 turnovers, have not had another turnover, so they need to continue that. Also wanted to mention the JV team tonight won 74-45, and their team captain, Rusty Wilson, was injured. Justin Trojan had 14 points and 8 rebounds. Jeremy Ortwine, 12 points and 6 rebounds with 4 assists. Copens had 12 points and 9 rebounds, and I'm trying to read Coach Tim Pickens' writing here, and I'll have to get back to you on some of these. Oh, okay, here we go. Mr. Burke had 10 points, 7 rebounds, 11 assists, 4 steals, and 3 blocks. Wow, he almost had a triple-double if he had had 3 more rebounds.
Taking a quick look for Saline, they're 2 of 4 from 3-point range. And overall, they are 6 for 19. Milan, 2 for 14. Make that 2 for 15, 2 for 16.
17.
Now we can't count all those chips, can we?
I think at least one of them was a shot.
That was a bowling shot that rolled right to Korecki. And now the steal by Anderson, and Anderson looks to push it past Gull. And the blocking foul beyond McPherson, and it's Raymond Anderson who converts the bucket and the hoop. Now this is the second time Anderson has done this, gotten the hoop and the foul.
He takes it to the basket very well. He's not afraid to go there. He went up against Big Nate.
You're in, guys.
Well, substitutions again. Bull and McPherson come out for Alice and Baker. Trying to convert the three-point play is Raymond Anderson. Milan's first points in over 8 minutes.
I thought he was.
And now we get a walk. Unbelievable. Such great control to keep out of bounds, and then once he was in control, he took a step.
I think he called that travel on the rebound, not really after he got his pivot foot, because he did take a little dipsy-do there.
No, that was a slow whistle then. Whoa. Some bodies clanging onto the court, and we've got another foul underneath. And that's going to go against Casidlo. That's his second.
I'm really impressed with the students tonight. They've come out in force. They've almost filled up that whole student section over there. That is fantastic. My hat's off to you. My hat's off to the guys on Tuesday night that did the game. They did a real good job. I think it was Matt, John, and Kyle.
We've got Casidlo for his third foul on the bench there, so he's got to sit out. Big Red finally come up with the turnover, and Anderson's got it. Korecki will go against him because James is sitting.
25.
We have a foul on the drive, and Korecki, he's a speedster, but he just wasn't fast enough for Anderson. Had to slow him down a bit and got whistled.
14 ball.
It's only Saline's fourth team foul. Saline already into the 1-and-1 when Milan fouls him. Triggering underneath is Eric Radke. Bodies are flying again. Anderson calling the play. Milan uses the screen.
Korecki
Then
got a
nearly
hand on
loses
that
the
one.
ball. Korecki got his tips on it. Anderson driving down the lane, loses control for a bit, has to bring it back outside. Anderson's the playmaker while White is sitting out. There's a turnover, and Alice has got it. 15-6, 4:22 remaining in the half. Korecki. Oh, Alice drives baseline. Nice pass, and Baker gets the lay-in. Alice had no business trying to put up the shot, but looked like he was going to, and at the last second dished it off to Baker. Baker's got 8. (17-6), now under 4 minutes. Jeff Mack will come in at the next whistle.
Korecki coming into this game has 17 steals, so that's the matchup we're trying to get with him on
And
Anderson.
you can tally another rebound. Oh, Eddie. Wide open shot and missed that.
We need a whistle, guys. We should brought it over here. Swing the horn. Yeah, that'd be good.
Wow. Shots converted by Chad McGovern, the 6'1" sophomore. 17-8.
He's a little off balance, but he put it down, didn't he?
Baker got it in the post. Radke guarding him along with Anderson. Comfort dishing it out back to Korecki. Wise play. Three-point shot is missed, but the offensive putback just rolls around for Alice. It doesn't go in. It's a near steal by Comfort. Good pass on the gamble. Another air ball, and Saline pushes it back up court. Now Korecki straight on the out-of-bounds line has to give it up.
There is no more room here. I'm sorry.
50.
Radke with another hoop. 17-10.
Saline just needs to get back and run their offense. They've got a couple new wrinkles in there.
Alice is fouled underneath in the paint. And he will be shooting 1-1 unless he's getting both shots. I don't believe, if I remember right, that he wasn't in the act of shooting at all. So it'll be 1-1. And now we got massive substitutions coming in for both teams. White checking in for Milan. Comfort checking out for Saline. We'll set up the players in just a moment. Olive makes the first, so he gets a second. Oh, it's his first point of the game.
Yeah, and Alice is one of the second leading scorer, I believe, on the team. Need to get him involved. Good free throw shooter.
Got them both. Alice is an 80% free throw shooter. Just increased it a bit. Okay, let's take a look at the players for Saline. Looks like 4 of the starters are in. Alice sits out after the made free throws. Heffelbauer comes in. So you got 4 starters and Heffelbauer in for Saline and for Milan, as we have got a blocking foul against James. So time to set up Milan's 5. Got White in there. Got Vaughn Price, Raymond Anderson, Gorlitz, and I'm missing the other one. Oh, Boone is back in.
Bobby Boone.
Better not be Pat Boone.
No.
Well, Max saved it for himself, to the Milan player, but then Baker hustled in and forced a jump ball. And the possession arrow will point to Saline's way because Big Red won the tip. Heffelbauer will inbound.
Milan goes back in their 2-2-1 press up. Marcus Bond calls him off.
Saline up 19-10, 1:40 remaining in the half. Heffelbauer's going to take it from 15 feet.
Nice.
Gets his own offensive rebound and then falls to the floor, and now Milan's got a 3-on-1 break. And White loses control, and instead of the travel, they're calling the charge. So either way, it's good for Saline.
I think White went up and he really didn't know what he was going to do with it. And the little guy with the big heart, Ryan James, stood right in front of him and took the charge.
Bad ankle and all. See, his right ankle is taped up, got a little brace on it. That's White's first foul. It was a player control foul, so Saline will not be shooting at the line. Korecki will come back in at the next whistle, but we are at a minute to play. Anderson got a handle on it, but James got it right back. Long shot is no good, and James hustles in. And now Mack will try that 3 from the top, and that is short. Korecki coming in to spell James at point. Under a minute now. Anderson brings it across court. Now Anderson's a little bit faster than Korecki, and he's going to go right down the middle of the lane, but Korecki got a handle on it, and now he's open for the break. If he can get to the bucket in a hurry, he passes it off to Mack, and Mack gets it through his fingers. That's the 3rd time in the second quarter that we have seen open layups for Saline not being converted, but this is much better than a layup. Korecki's 3-point shot.
We can't seem to finish tonight, and you know, part of a fast break is finishing. We have to make the basket on the other end.
Well, let's not criticize too harshly. It's 22-10 Hornets.
That's true.
Korecki whistled again, and Anderson's very quick. And Korecki's not a slowpoke.
Korecki's really trying to get that steal way out, and I think Coach Brenneman just told him to back off a little bit and play him a little closer on the inside.
Got less than 9 seconds to go in the half. They're going to have to hurry it up. White with some post moves inside and gets the hoop. With just a couple of seconds remaining, Mack's going to have to fire from half court and was right on line, but short.
That looked good from right here.
Well, Milan got a key bucket. We finally got to see the matchup with about 5 seconds to go in the first half between White and Baker. White won that one right there. But the Hornets are up on top 22-12 at half. And we will have second half action and some statistics in just a moment on the Saline Community Television Network. Saline Pep Band finishing up a good halftime show for everyone. Players are back on the court, and Dan, if you came to watch an offensive explosion, you're not getting it this evening. Let me tell you, at halftime, Milan shooting 6 of 25 from the field. That's 24%, 0 of 4 from three-point range, and they're also 0 of 4 from the free throw line. Saline, on the other hand, not doing a whole lot better, 8 of 28 for 29%. They have hit 3 threes, but it's also taken it up 10 times. And 3 of 5, shooting 60% from the free throw line. Leading scorer for Milan is Raymond Anderson, who got his 4 points the hard way on 2 buckets while being fouled. And Saline's Chris Baker has 9. Bobby Korecki came off the bench to fire 2 consecutive three-pointers for 6. And the score of the half is 22-12, and we're just about ready to start. And we are. See anything defensively differently? Doesn't look like it. Although Baker just pinned the ball out on the glass. Show and tell for Chris Baker.
Baker has really been the difference in this game. If it wasn't for Chris Baker tonight, this would probably be a 12-12 game or close to it.
And he goes, three-point shot is missed, and nice pass from Alice to Baker, and Baker is hammered by the junior, Eric Radke.
Should be 2 on him.
And it is. You're doing well keeping track of personal fouls and points here. Also want to thank Jeff Fryman for keeping track of shooting percentages in the game. Ashley Altieri is running the camera up high. Kyle Newmeyer down on the floor taking some close-up shots. From underneath, Chris Baker hits his first free throw. And Saline is back up to an 11-point lead. Second shot coming up.
Kyle's got the floor cam out there tonight.
Second one is up as well. So Baker, I believe, now 2 of 4 from the stripe.
Oh.
And Baker gets the steal. Uses his 30-inch plus vertical leap there. Baker dishes it back out to Mack. Mack thought about it. He's going to drive inside, use glass, and it rolls out.
Milan is really in trouble in this game. They have not been able to stop any of the offense that Saline has. Unfortunately, Saline has not been able to make their shots.
Casidlo's three-pointer was off, and Baker got another rebound.
Baker playing a little point guard.
Well, we saw him up high early on as Alice is fouled underneath. Once again, this time it's not by Radke, but instead I believe it's on Vaughn Price. Now Price early on in the game took 2 quick fouls and had to sit out, and now he gets his third right away in the third. Alice will be shooting 2, and just like the first half, Milan picks up 2 quick fouls.
And Bobby Boone back in.
Alice's first shot is good, and it's 3 of 3 from the line tonight. was no good, but offensive rebound by Mack. Hollis will try from three-point range and got it to rattle in.
You almost knew that was going to drop when he let it go.
28-12. Saline's biggest lead of the ball game is at 16. 6:35 remaining in the third quarter. And Milan may have gotten his easiest bucket of the game. That was Donnie Gorlitz, 6'4" senior.
He's the big left-hander that we talked about earlier in the game.
Baker being triple team underneath, loses control of the ball, and Radke gets called for another foul.
Milan now has 3 players with 3 fouls. Marcus Bond looking down the bench, doesn't like anything he sees.
And we have a timeout called. 28-14 is the score. Talked a little bit about the JV game today. Saline won that one 75-47. Was that the final?
That's right, and Joey Burke is
74-45.
Player of the game with 10 points, 7 rebounds, 11 assists, 4 steals, and 3 blocks.
Burke very close to a triple-double.
Very close.
It's hard to do in high school basketball.
It sure is. And again, Rusty Wilson, the captain of the team, injured and out of that game.
The Hornet varsity team, after dropping their opening game against Jackson Lumen Christie, has won their last 5. Trying to make a win number 6 and stay undefeated in conference play. Currently 3-0.
Yeah, Steve, and next week we go to Lincoln on Tuesday night. So if we could get a good showing of the fans in Saline over at Lincoln and show them boys how to play some basketball over there. And then home again next Friday. Dexter's going to come here, and that is going to be one of the games of the SEC this year.
There'll be one of the two. The second one will be Saline at Dexter.
That's right.
But the first one is here at home. Another Friday night of Saline High School basketball in Saline. Baker's first shot rattles around and goes in. So I believe Baker now has made his last 3 from the line. Coming into the game, he's a 64.7% free throw shooter. Baker gets his own offensive rebound. No one boxed him out. Allis is fouled underneath, and once again, Saline will be at the foul line. And Coach Bond says, I've had enough of this offensive rebounding stuff. I got to get my guy Greg White in there, bad back or not. Radke, I believe, is coming out, and the foul was on Boone, his second.
Not sure what the rebounding statistics are right now, but we've got to just be hammering Milan on the boards right now.
Hollis hits the first. Got him 4 of 5 so far. Make it 5 of 6 from the line. Of course, I'm just going on memory. Here's a near steal by Tim James. Ryan James. Now, see, I wrote that down, and I still made the mistake.
I tried to tell you.
I know. Jump ball situation, and Saline will get it on the alternate possession. Hornets up by 17 with 5 minutes remaining in the third. Anderson and James going after one another. Mack passing it into Hollis on the baseline. He is now double teamed.
Saline goes into their Hornet offense.
James extends from the 14-foot line, and this is it. Now there's a steal by James. So we're seeing this a lot by Saline. If they miss a shot or make a mistake, they quickly make up for it. Hollis going inside.
Oh. What a drive by the junior.
And the double clutch in the end. 33-14. Saline may not have to score another point, but beware of the three-point bombing ability of the Big Red. And we have a traveling violation on Anderson.
Milan up to their 10th turnover compared to Saline's 6th right now. And Coach Marcus Bond calls his second timeout of the third quarter.
Saline's already taken 8 free throw shots, making 6 of them early on, and we've only played 2:47 of the third quarter.
Yeah, like I said, Milan is in trouble in this game. They need a miracle right now to get back into it.
And they also have 4 team fouls against them as well.
That's right.
Well, what can you do? What can Milan do at this point, Dan?
Milan's got to start taking some good shots and running their offense patiently and do what they do best and make open shots. They can't force those outside shots when people are in their face. And they've got the job. They got to stop Baker down low, and that's almost an impossible task. They got to keep Saline off the board. Saline is just out rebounding massively. They're getting offensive rebounds, second shots. Milan's got to stop that, or the game is not going to get any better for them.
And that's where the size comes in. I mean, look at all the 6-foot plusers for Saline out there out of the front court. Hollis and Mack and Gull and Baker, and then you've got McPherson coming off the bench along with Bull, and Heffelbauer's over 6 feet, and he's playing a small forward position, I believe.
As it's been said before, the second 5 on Saline could probably start at just about any other SEC school.
You couldn't say that a while ago. A few years ago, you couldn't say that. But Saline's program has really emerged.
You got a jump ball?
Yes, we do. Mack's shot was blocked and stayed there on the ground, and they finally called it a jump ball situation. This time the Big Red take over, and looks like Saline's going to play a little tighter defense here, a little pressing here. Good screen there by White. Douglas Woolard comes into the ballgame, which I think may be for the first time, and there's one of those great classic matchups between White and Baker, and we had Baker blocking White's shot. This is what we've been waiting for all game, but we've seen it twice. Once at the very end of the first half, and right there.
They didn't call a foul there, did they?
No, out of bounds. Baker with the rebound and foul by White, trying to push off. 5 team fouls on the Big Red.
And Saline's captain, Chris Baker, one of the 2 captains, has 0 fouls right now. So look for him to start patrolling the paint and looking for the blocks. Yep. He can afford to get very aggressive.
Coach Brenneman was concerned that Baker could be in foul trouble, but White hasn't seen the floor too much because of what we said earlier, a bit of a back problem that occurred in an injury during practice early this week.
Just watch the 2 big guys underneath if you get a chance next time down. Watch them working.
White gets the rebound, and Saline nearly steals it. Now White's going to work up top, and he's got a good first step. That shot was a little bit out of his range. Rebounded by Mack.
Baker says, come on down here and go on me.
Halfway through the 3rd quarter, Gull tries to drive underneath the lane and takes charge.
The reason he called that charge is, and if Ed wouldn't have put his elbow out, I think they wouldn't have called it, because Ed had a good drive going, but he kind of put his shoulder into the defender as he went up. If he would have went straight up, I think he'd have got the call on that.
First team foul for Saline, and Eddie's first foul as well. White's going to have to come back out of the ball game again. Number 52, which I believe is Brian Plaster. Out there. He's got it now. The roster says Plaster's at 53.
That's correct.
We're going to assume that's him. Another errant shot.
1 shot again for Milan.
Oh, James picks it off. Oh, amazing play there. He lost the ball and picked it up and then scooped it in. And now Mack gets a turnover, and he's going to drive down the lane 1 versus 2. Double clutch and gets it.
That's his first 2 of the game.
Gorlitz blocked the shot, really, and then Mack hang on to it, did a double clutch while being in the air, and then put it back in. It was a great athletic move by Mack. Substitutions now. Bull and Korecki coming in for Baker.
Coach Brenneman giving Ryan James a long speech down here.
Plaster.
Rebounded by Gall, and now we have a jump ball. As Gorlitz managed to get his hands in there and couldn't wrestle it away, but did force the jump. Saline will retain possession. The Hornets up 37-14.
Milan in a little half-court trap, but Saline breaks it easily. Oh, my.
Hollis is a stud, let's face it.
He got him up in the air and just kind of put his body in just enough to get the contact, let it go, and drop it.
You know, for a junior, that is a very veteran move.
Very athletic move.
But you usually only see that from veterans. Draws the contact, waits for a second, puts it up.
And finishes it.
The foul was on Gorlitz, just his first. He's been playing the majority of the game. Hollis converts the three-point play, and the Hornets are now up to the largest lead again. Now it's 26, 40-14.
Alice now has 13 points in this game.
Does that lead the team, Dan?
I believe so. Baker has 12.
Fight for the rebound is gotten by Anderson. Nice pass inside.
Way to look around and see the open man.
It's hard to do when you're being double-teamed in the middle of the paint, because Sidlow got the hoop.
Milan just looking for anything to try to get back in this game.
Gull's going to fire from three. That's off, no, and Mack has got it underneath. Inside move, just wouldn't fall for him. And nice dive there by Bull, and we got a jump ball.
Great hustle by Bull. They have to call that a jump ball when you hustle that hard.
This is the hard work that pays off from November practice. You can tell that they are just trained to go after every single loose ball with every amount of effort. And, you know, it could pay off in a turnover, or it could pay off in a jump ball, whatever the case may be. Milan gets it on the alternate possession. But the next time there's a jump ball, and the way Saline's defense has been, there will be another one, and Saline will get it back.
That's right. Nice move.
Left-handy, no.
Couldn't finish.
Lord. Correct, he's got it. Down to a minute and a half. And Jacob Hollis hits the three-point shot as we're now under a minute and a half to play in the third. It's 43-16. This is starting to turn into a rout. We've got a foul underneath away from the ball.
Who got that, Wilcox?
I believe that's Wilcox, number 23.
I didn't see that foul, did you? This looked
I
like
was
they were
watching the
jockeying
ball.
for position.
I was watching the ball. Two have a little bit of a conversation. Substitutions come in once again. This time Comfort and McPherson will check in, and Hollis has some time out. So on the court for Saline, you got Bull, McPherson, Comfort, Korecki, and Wilcox. All five bench players.
And Saline hasn't let up a bit, you know. They've got the big lead, but look at them work.
Korecki got beaten at first, and then he got his hand in there, and Korecki thought he had a steal. But instead, it's a foul on Korecki. That's number 3. Saline's 4th team foul. The Big Red, who was fouling early on in this quarter, have played a little bit better D. Here comes a three-point bomb away. No good. Rebounded off Bull, and Milan retains possession. 56 seconds to go in the quarter.
Well, this game ought to certainly keep Saline in number 1 in defense in the area, according to the Ann Arbor News.
Well, the officials are trying to figure out who's got it, and I'm going to tell you, it should be Saline's ball.
There, they got it right.
Well, that was just a great play because Saline, they were battling for position, and while battling, the ball just went awry and just went out of bounds untouched.
It was a pass to Raymond Anderson, and he didn't even touch it. He couldn't get there. Just good defense on the out of bounds.
Korecki fires from 3. No good. Rebounded by 2 Big Red players, and I'm surprised a walk wasn't called. Because they were both taking steps fighting for the ball, and now here's the makeup travel call. We got to have makeup travel calls in this game.
I've got Milan now for 13 turnovers compared to Saline's 6.
Saline had 3 in the opening 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, they've taken care of the ball real well.
Wilcox has got it, and now he dishes it off to Comfort. And it looks like Saline, the way they're passing it around the perimeter and using their front court players on the top, I think they're playing for the last shot.
6 seconds. 5.
No, we got 25 to go.
Oh, is that right?
Well, this is the last shot, and it's no good, and can't read the scoreboard correctly again. We have a darn backboard in our way.
I didn't talk to Mr. Gall, did I? I'd need him to lower that
You
one.
forgot, didn't you? 43-16 is the score after 3 quarters, and we will have the 4th in just a moment on the Saline Community Television Network. Yeah, it's like this. Click it. Here's the other end.
Gotcha. There's the birthday girl.
Big Red only scored 4 points in the 3rd quarter. Saline, on the other hand, scored 23, doubling their first half output, and then some.
Alice had 14 of those.
McPherson drives down the lane, and we got a foul underneath, and it's a blocking foul.
I really like seeing Nate go into the hole like that and seeing that aggressiveness. That's what we want to see out of Nate McPherson.
Gorlitz with the block. I believe that's his 2nd, and it is, and McPherson will be shooting 2, and all the fouls now on for the Big Red will result in Saline free throw shooting. First one is off the mark. That was the warm-up toss. Second one no good either. Saline 6 of 21 from the field in the 3rd quarter. That's a little bit better shooting percentage. 7 of 9 from the free throw line. That's much better. Meanwhile, Milan 2 of 13. That makes them 8 of 38 from the field. That's less than 20. That's about 20%. A little over.
On that free throw there, you just saw Jeff Wilcox just absolutely out-hustle Gorlitz. He got right in front of him, stole the rebound, and picked up the foul and put him on the free throw line.
Wilcox misses the first. Chris Baker set to come back in. He will check in for Bull. I want to thank Jeff Fryman again for our statistical look at how the 2 teams are shooting. And some people would rather not know.
Like some Big Reds.
Offensive rebound by Baker is no good. I don't think the Saline people are probably too happy with the shooting percentage as well. Free throws are good. They've been put on the line a lot too. We've got a foul underneath, and it's Korecki's 4th.
Number 4.
Korecki's not used to this. He's such a speedster and a quick hand. He's not used to being whistled for fouls.
Brenneman's going to leave him in. Usually when you get your 4th, you say, oh no, I'm coming out. Korecki actually walked over to the bench thinking he was coming out.
Gasidlo with the hoop about 16 feet.
Was that their 2nd basket this half?
Yes, it is. Third bucket.
Okay.
They had 12 at halftime. They have 18 now. Wilcox fires from 3. That rolls out, but Baker's got the offensive tip. He from out of nowhere. No one boxed him out from up top. Baker got the lay-in. Sidlow misfires from the baseline. Wilcox fires it long. Comfort tried to pass to Baker, and it got deflected by White. Here comes White on a 2-on-2 break. White, nice bounce pass to Woolard, no good, and rebounded by McPherson. And now they come up and down the court, picking up the pace just a little bit. Korecki lobs to Baker and is swatted away by Woolard.
You're in, go.
Baker was not in a position for an alley-oop dunk. He is too far away from the bucket. So he was trying to get control. Woolard came from behind and slapped it out before anything else happened. Plaster's come back in for Gorlitz. James fires from 3. He came in for Korecki, and we've got a foul underneath, a rebounding foul on the Hornets. I think it's going to go on Baker. Now, you can never believe that Baker can go through an entire game without fouling.
I can't believe that's his first foul.
It's not a foul monster or a hack guy.
It's just that
when you touch the ball that many times, something's going to happen, and he likes to swat the ball. And
right. When you're the number 5 man and you like to block shots, usually you pick up a couple.
Big Red really not firing up from 3 too often in this game. I think they've taken 6 3-point attempts. Driving down the lane was Gasidlo, and we have Baker's second foul, so a quick 1-2.
That's what I expected Milan to do more of at the beginning of the game, but
Baker's going to sit. Jason Bull comes back in. And Ryan James is glad he's not sitting down underneath the box. He was the first one sitting down at the baseline ready to rebound. Adam Squires checks in. First time we've seen him tonight.
he's got the big red shoes.
Yeah, I was going to say by Converse over there. Got big feet.
We'll get a lane violation with those.
Yeah. First free throw is good. Now, I'm not sure, Jeff, is that Big Red's first made free throw of the game? Came with 6:05 remaining in the fourth. The second one is good as well. So it's now 46-20.
Back in the press.
Well, what do we got?
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Good double team right there in the hot corner. That's the worst place you want to be, is right there in that corner past the 10-second line. Can't pass it back, and you're caught in the deep corner. James tried to get through it, but he stepped out of bounds. Now it's James going up against Woolard. Woolard thinking, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? James is playing him down low. Squires passing it to White. He's gonna go up against Bull, and we've got a foul underneath, and Bull pushed off before White started to make his move.
Squires showing a little good first step there.
We thought we'd see more of him tonight, too.
See, Milan beat Chelsea 48-45. They lost to Dexter 72-47. And they beat Pinckney, believe it or not, 49-40. White had 16 points and 15 rebounds.
Well, that I'm not surprised, because I think Pinckney still hasn't won an SEC game yet. Unless they won one early this week.
The way they played against Saline, though, you wouldn't believe it.
Offensive rebound by Gerlitz.
Throws it off off his own man.
Yep, tries to save it out of bounds. Oh, new player for the Big Red, who we don't have a listing for.
Number do we have?
31. Maybe it's Ricky Soltis.
It's got to be Soltis, my guess.
Who knows? Got a foul underneath by the Big Red. That means Saline will be shooting the 1-and-1. It's the 9th team foul for the Big Red. And I believe it's on Gasidlo. For Gasidlo, that's his 4th. With 5:18 remaining, they have no choice really to keep him in the ball game. James is first, rolls in. I also want to thank Al Bates, who's working with the team in terms of stats. That's how we get some of our information on statistics up to this point in the season. James gets the second.
He is the best stats man I've ever seen. I don't know how he keeps track of it all. Bates, a big Indiana Hoosier fan.
I didn't know that.
Yes, sir.
So he must be hurting. 2 straight losses.
Especially with that last loss.
Oh, man. Had a 7-point lead in the final minute. Well, McPherson waited for the ball, and so did the Milan defense. They came with him. The third attempt by McPherson is no good. Now Wilcox has got it, and he's going to put it back out. McPherson waited for that lob and then allowed the defense to come back and catch up. And now McPherson's whistled for the foul.
He kind of got in a rush there. He got the guy faked in the air, but then he went up just a little too quickly.
He's laughing about it, though. Why not? You're up 48-21. Heffelbauer's going to come in, and I believe it's for McPherson. But maybe he won't be laughing much longer.
He's still got a smile on his face.
Coach Brenneman still coaching. 27-point lead with 4.5 minutes to go, and still instructing. Sidlow from the line, shooting the 1-and-1 and no good. Wilcox comes up with the rebound and nearly loses it. Plaster's had a hand in there, and now we got a foul by Squires.
We're going to shoot 2 from now on out.
Yep, 10th foul for the Big Red, as the game has slowed down remarkably in the last few minutes.
Check it in.
Korecki will come in for James if he makes the second free throw.
Oh, you are? No, he makes it. He's going to make 2.
James got the first.
He's got 7 for the night so far.
A lot of it from the line.
He's really developed into a good free throw shooter, hasn't he? His percentage for the year is not that good.
James coming into the game 61.1%. Well, now Korecki doesn't get a chance to go in. Oh, now he does because the ball went out of bounds.
And let's see if Bobby the Cat can grab a couple more steals, huh? I was talking to him before the game, and I asked him if he minded if I called him that, and he said no problem.
Sure.
I asked Ryan, too, if he had a nickname. He said no way.
He does. Woolard from 3. Nails it. I believe that's the Big Red's first 3-point shot made in the game. That coming with 4:05 left. Good defense there by Plasters. And then hammers Comfort. Comfort's a big guy. He's not going to get hurt too often unless he lands funny or something.
We're racking up the turnovers now. 14 for Milan I have, and that might be a few more that I missed. Saline has 9.
Yeah, we'll give it to sure he answers this one. You're good in after this shot.
Aaron Brown will come in next.
Yeah, for comfort, are you?
First free throw by Comfort is no good. And Brown will come in for Wilcox. Wilcox
I know you're amazed, correctly, that I can.
finished with how many there?
Just one.
Just the one single point on the line.
They played a good, solid game. Good defensive game.
Now the free throw puts Saline at the 50-point mark. Heffelbauer called for the kick. Saline starters are pretty much out of the game now.
Jason Reed and Max Hahn, I believe, are going to come in next.
Heffelbauer with the rebound, and he's in a world of trouble with two guys trying to get the steal, but he gets it off to Korecki, and Korecki kind of comes unguarded across the half-point line and fires in the three. For Korecki, it's his third triple of the night. He's got 9.
53-24.
Woolard for 3. He made his last one, and he gets his second straight.
Where was he the first half?
I don't even think he came in at all in the
I
first
don't
half.
think so. They could have used that in the first quarter.
You're in, guys. 21.
James Reed, Max Hahn ready to come in the ball game. Hahn will come in if after Korecki makes his free throws, provided he makes the second one. And there's a timeout called on the floor with 3:05 remaining, and Saline up by 26, nearly a 2-to-1 ratio here in the scoring department.
Well, Saline's right about where they usually are for offense. I think they've been averaging, according to this article I cut out here. Let's see.
From the Ann Arbor News, Saline kind of in the middle of the pack in terms of scoring. It's 54.5 points per game. Defensively, Saline is #1 in the area, holding their opponents to 43.2, and unless the Big Red come up with a big flurry in the final 3 minutes, they will lower that average.
That's right.
But that's what the games are like in the SEC.
They sure are. The freshmen went down on Monday to Tecumseh, and I believe they play here again on Monday night against Dexter.
Korecki's first shot, nice rotation. So Korecki scores a point that's not a three-pointer. Second free throw is good too. Now he's into double digits with 11. And because of the made free throw, Max Hahn can come in. Number 11.
Hey, I predicted you. Didn't I call it? I know. I'm fine. I'm going to tell you what.
Squires from three-point range, and you are correct, Mr. Waltz. 3 straight triples by the Big Red. You said that they could get him in a flurry. Squires picks up the steal, and it's passed over the wrong shoulder. That means Heffelbauer can get to it. And Hahn is the new point guard. Squires kicks it out of bounds. 2:29 remaining. Hornets up 55-30. Well, not nearly a steal there, but Hahn hustles to get it back. Falls on top of Woolard, but gets it. This is Reed near the three-point line, and that's a little bit overshot, and we've got a rebounding foul underneath by Jason Heffelbauer. That should send the Big Red to the line. And it's a double bonus.
As soon as the officials get it together here, we'll
But
go down
the
and
two
shoot.
officials
are not communicating.
I believe it probably was a player control foul, but they're going to talk it over.
Oh, it shouldn't be because it was Heffelbauer who was
Right.
called for the foul underneath the paint.
Well, they figured it out. The players all knew.
I
They
tell
were
you,
kinda-
Tim Pickens is going nuts right now. Probably helping out down there. The first free throw by Soltis. It's no good. The second one is up and made.
And he gets in the books with one.
55-31. Milan playing some more press against Saline's third unit.
And they do a good job breaking that press.
Heffelbauer got it stripped from behind by Radke. Bounce pass to Radke. And he gets the scoop and score and the foul. So the Big Red now making it a little bit closer. 55-33. And Radke with the 4 fouls will try to convert the three-point play. Coming up next week on the Saline Community Television Network, the big showdown between the Hornets and the Dexter Dreadnoughts. Friday, January the 17th. You won't want to miss it on the Saline Community Television Network.
He dropped that second free throw?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
First one, actually, converted the three-point play.
Oh, that's right.
Squires from Milan's got it now, and now they look from three-point range again. And it's good again. Chad McGovern. Blocking foul underneath by Squires. The Big Red, I believe, have hit 4 straight triples. And they've made this game a little bit closer. However, this game hasn't been in doubt for quite some time, but it's a nice effort to keep fighting. Hahn will shoot 2 from the line.
All right, Max. Way to shoot. That's so hard to come off the bench and get in there and shoot that first free throw and put it down.
Second
Yes.
one up is good. So it's 57-37. Saline gets it back up to 20. Woolward looking topside against Hahn. McGovern has got it. He's going to drive baseline, tries to pass underneath. Hahn got hammered as he was about ready to take the ball and go for a fast break. But instead, Milan gets the bucket, 57-39.
Nice pass.
The bucket is good by James Reed. His first 2 of the game.
Max Hahn's playing out of his mind right now. He's got an assist and 2 points.
Final minute. Squires from 3. Air ball, that ends 4 straight triple attempts that were made. Woolward gets the follow. And it's 59-41. Foul by McGovern. That means Heffelbauer will go shoot 2. Heffelbauer could become the 10th Hornet to score a point in this game. With 35.9 remaining. First one is good.
Oh, who are you looking at for player of the game tonight, Steve?
No, I haven't even seen the statistics yet. Well, let me take a look at these real quick. Heffelbauer's got, he's in a big fight, and now he gets fouled, and he'll be shooting 2 more. You got Baker with 14 points.
Practicing to be an official.
Hollis is up there in points as well.
He had 14 the second half.
14 the second half.
Uh-huh.
So that's a total of 16. Anybody defensively come to mind?
Well, again, I think Baker on the inside had a great game.
I'm starting to think that way too. Maybe we'll get to talk to Chris in a little bit.
17 seconds.
Squires with the lay-in. 61. I think they added too many points there. Yeah. 61-43, and believe it or not, the Big Red did get that flurry they needed, and it's right at Saline's average.
Oh, Reed.
Well, that's the end of the ball game. No foul call, not necessary. The Saline Hornets cruise to victory today. The Big Red gets some points at the end to cut the deficit, final deficit down to 18. The Hornets win this game 61-43. We will hope in just a moment to catch Coach Terry Brenneman and Chris Baker for a post-game interview. In the meantime, want to thank our SCTN staff today. Ashley Altieri working the up-high camera and setting up all our equipment today, along with him. Jeff Fryman working on statistics and sound today. Dan, of course, want to thank you for being here. Our executive producer is Kyle Newmeyer down on the floor getting some great shots from down there as well. And want to thank all the viewers who keep watching us every Friday nights and during on the weekend. Of course, we tape these games on Friday night, but for watching us all week long on the Saline Community Television Network. I'm Steve Clark, and I'll be back in just a moment with the coach on the Saline Community Television Network. Again, the final score, 61-43, Saline. Out on top, they go to 4-0 in conference play.
Hey, thanks to these airbags here, this job is now a piece of cake, Claire.
But then...
Yeah, I'll tell you something, partner. I just might stick around a few more years.
But then...
No more dashboard du jour or Vince under glass, huh?
But Vince, look out! Even with airbags, Vince, you still got to remember to buckle your safety belt.
Now you tell me.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
And welcome to the postgame show. As promised, we have Coach Terry Brenneman and Chris Baker. Baker finishing second in scoring the game with 14 points. Coach Brenneman's got his Hornets up to another undefeated start, 4-0 in conference play. And thanks for joining us in a shoot fest that didn't see too many buckets tonight.
It was pretty ugly there. We played terrific defense. Milan did what they've done all year, and that is took shots that probably were defended pretty well. And as long as we can make people do that, like we did the second half of Bedford and this entire game, we'll be successful. We're really defending well.
Both teams shooting under 30% from the field. I thought I'd save that for you for the live camera shot. Both teams shooting under 30% for the game, but you got to the free throw line quite a bit, and I'm certain that certainly helped because you guys were just outmanning them completely on the rebounds.
Yeah, I didn't think we shot that bad. I knew the first half was bad. I thought we came to a little bit of life in the second half, but obviously now if we shot 30%. It's nice to win a game by that many points, and we still scored over 60 points and shoot that bad. I know that the people who took those shots tonight are going to make shots. Those weren't bad shots. We talked at halftime, and I didn't think we took one bad shot the first half. Those kids can shoot. They show me every day in practice they can shoot. They will make them, and we'll start putting some points on the board in the first half. Let's see, what do we have in the second half tonight? 39 points the second half?
I got to look this up again. Yeah.
We had 35 the second half against Bedford and 39 tonight in the second half. We need to get going a little bit earlier and just make a couple shots and loosen up.
And it's funny thing is, you say you're scoring more in the second half, yet your bench, your second and third teamers are coming out playing the majority of the second half as well, and they had another good night. Tell us, I mean, how valuable is that to continue and be able to put your second and third team in there?
Oh, even in the first half, those kids did a terrific job. We didn't give away anything on defense, and that's really what your second teamers need to do, is go in and play a good solid defense, and they did. And then when they score points like they did tonight, it really is a bonus for us, and they're really coming along.
You got a game against Lincoln on Tuesday, and then the next home game right here on Friday night is going to be one of the two most important games of the year. Dexter coming to Saline. I said the second most important game is when you guys visit Dexter. I know you don't want to think too far ahead, but do you think you're prepared to battle one of the top teams in the SEC?
Well, right now we're prepared to battle one of the top teams in the SEC, and that's Lincoln. Those two play tonight, and check the score tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if Lincoln might upset them. Lincoln is a powerful offensive team. They scored 89 points the other night, and I'm very worried about that game. Next Friday will take care of itself if we can get by Tuesday.
Okay, well then you got a tough stretch of games coming up then, and